Gentle and Le Brave. Like, I swear, like, these two wacky-ass motherfuckers seem to, like, every time we hear them talk, I'm not gonna lie, I hear some nefarious shit coming out of their mouths where it's like, don't worry though, all of this is because of fucking views, and like, I am the gentle criminal, and I'm gonna be doing all, like, you know, getting this popularity up, and I'm not gonna lie, with the ending of this chapter, it's like, hey, I know what I'm gonna do, Le Brave, I'm gonna do this, and maybe we'll become popular, and it's like, yeah, like, no, like, this is gonna be something very, I'm a bit worried with what you've got, like, planned up there, Gentle. So, like, again, like, it's, like, especially with Le Brave and, like, Gentle, it's a very weird topic to discuss with these two, because clearly they're there for, like, you know, they're doing YouTube, they're there for, like, trying to get, like, the most attention, and, you know, it's like, you know, the public needs to know about me, and it's a very weird thing to come from when a YouTuber's talking about an arc that's clearly got some influence about social media, that is about, like, stuff like YouTube or Twitter or Facebook videos or whatever sort of, like, kind of social media, like, outlet that you use. So it's when you come out there and it's like, yeah, and with the recent things that have happened across the internet, obviously I think, like, people know what I'm talking about for the most part, with, like, all different incidences around, like, YouTube. It's like, it would just go to show, like, what people will actually do just for some, like, internet attention, even if it's just from, like, faceless people online, like, if it's people, like, and that's the thing, people come onto YouTube and, like, stuff for, like, different reasons. Some people want to make money, some people just want to, like, you know, talk their thoughts, other people can, you know, they want to make a career out of this, like, or it's just like, or they're just lonely, or they just want attention. And a lot of people come out, like, to do YouTube for those sole reasons. I like to say, like, if out of all of them, or I just wanted, like, I originally started YouTube just to speak my mind, because it was like, hey, no one fucking else out there wants to hear me talk about this shit, might as well, like, go out, like, here and, like, talk to the internet about it, and, like, yeah, like, I'd say for the most part, like, that's pretty much kept the same, I'd like to say. Like, obviously, it's like, you know, when you see a check or something like that, you start rubbing your hands, and you're like, ooh, we're in business now, and it's like, I don't know, like, at the end of the day, it's like, I feel like you still gotta have the driving passion. If you're just like these chuckle fucks, like, if there's like, blah, blah, they're like, come on, like, we need to get these views and all that. Although she's got a fucking huge crush on the guy, like, from what it seems like so far. Although we still don't know his reasons yet. Like I said, like, these characters could end up being very interesting to the future of, like, My Hero, and, like, clearly now this is gonna be something where it's like, let's see how the heroes are doing. Like, they've already talked about, like, political, like, what's right and wrong, and it's like, now how do you do it alongside with the media always looking at you as well? That might be something they might try and do in this arc. So that's why, like, if anything, these characters interest me, because you see, like, the weird, like, kind of YouTube personalities that you can get, and it's like, yeah, he's like that. If anything, he's a wacky racist character. He's fucking Dick Dastardly and fucking Muttley that we've got here. And when he's talking, like, he's mentioning, like, all the greatest heroes, vigilantes, and all these people. Like, he's mentioning All Might, Brave, Crimson Riot, like, a bunch of these characters. And, like, you see, like, there's a slight difference between, like, how he was when he first introduced himself, where he's like, ladies and gentlemen, what I deliver to you is the romance of a Wonder Man. I am Gentle, the gentle criminal. Like, he's there, like, presenting himself. One thing you also notice as well, that he hasn't got the huge dark bags in his eyes, and Le Brave is his, like, #1 fan, because she's there, like, swooning over him. He's like, oh my god, he's so cool. Like, he's amazing. I love him. And then again, he comes in, he's just like, hey, you finished all the uploads again? Because, like, their account keeps getting taken down, which is fucking ironic. Like, I love that, and it's just like, instead of having morning coffee, I just swooned over our debut video, and he's still, I love that's just a thing with him, he's still doing the fucking coffee thing, where it's just like, it's splashing fucking around, and he can't have a regular cup because of it. It's just like, yes, let me finish this cup first, Le Brave, before we start doing more nefarious shit. And then again, their nefarious shit is like, hey, this store has been putting the wrong sales on these puddings and trying to trick people to get them and sell them. And it's like, he's doing stuff where where it's like, you know, like where it's like, oh hey, the pudding company feigned ignorance because of this, and I tried to discreetly sidestep the matter, and it's just like, I am a chivalrous thief. Like, you know, he's going for the Robin Hood shit. Like, if anything, like, maybe the next big gig he is going to do is, like, you know, steal a ton of money, but give it to, like, the homeless people. You know, he's doing that way where it's like, I'm doing it in, like, some own kind of justice and prove that, you know, like, the guys that you think are the good guys are clearly not in there. So, like, in a way, like, I guess this is the most tamest version you can get of Stain, because Stain went to the extreme where it's like, the law isn't going to cut it anymore, so I'm going to do it myself. We have Punisher, and then we have, like, this motherfucker, like, this, like, cheesy fucking Scooby-Doo, like, Hanna-Barbera guy, and it's like, I'm gonna, like, expose people for doing the wrong things like that. It's like, oh no, like, and then again, it's like, it's such a, like, a petty crime compared to the others, but, like, again, like, maybe that might come later into the character, and it's like, a lot, like, I would like to say, if anything, half the chapter was dedicated to these guys, where it's like, oh, like, you know, as they were talking about, saying, you know, extreme violent behavior doesn't come out and all that, like, until, like, what makes it, like, a huge spectacle, like, and I love as well that it's, like, he was addressing, like, the other guys, that, you know, he's talking about Stain, he's talking about One for All, he's talking about, like, all these guys, and it's like, in recent light, how his things are so insignificant compared to the others, and he's like, I'm not going to be discouraged because of that, because our next project will surpass even theirs, and it's like, as we get to here, it's like, hey, we are going to take over the festival, and it's like, we're gonna, out of UA, and it's like, this is, I'll become the most popular because of this, so, yeah, Deku and the gang is in danger because of that. And not to mention as well is the other side, I would discuss it as the Bakugo / Jiro part, because if these were the two characters this was going to be heavily focused on, where, like, they all hear, like immediately as they're, like, running to school, it's just like, we had so much to plan, we've got a great idea, and all that, and Bakugo, as always, I love you, like, as he's like, you're fucking great, as he's, like, there stomping around with his head, like, hands in, like, you know, I don't give a fuck, like, about anything, and he starts hearing those people start talking shit about his class and him. It's like, oh, they're doing a live show and all that, and it's just like, oh, they're doing it because of, like cockiness and all that, because they're so their heads are so up their ass. And it's like they always trying to start conflict. We're trying to start a fucking band here. Where's the fucking conflict in that? Like, even as well, when they're, like, testing out, it's like, oh, we've got a month away to decide this thing. And it's like, Jiro's there, like, alright, look, let's get everyone out on, like, the band and see who can do who and all that. And it's just like, hey, I can play a bunch of instruments, but I'm better off on, like, being on guitar, pretty much, like, for the most part. And it's like, does anyone here actually got some experience? And it's like, hey, Bakugo's got something. And he's like, wait, what? Really? And he's like there slamming on the drums. He's like, yeah, you think I can't do this shit? Like, it's like they're like, oh, okay, Bakugo's really good for the amount of fact. That's like, and like Jiro's like there, it's like, oh my god, this is perfect. Yes, I love this and all that. And it's like, yeah, that's solid. Bakugo's on drums, and he's like, no, I'm not doing it because why do we have to set aside the others, like, because of this and all that? And Jiro's like, come on, if you do this to me, you'd be a good person. Oh yeah, that's a great thing and all that. Like, that really is something that will really get Bakugo on your side. And it's like, people that, like, this sicken me don't deserve my courtesy. Like, out of all these people, to see, you know, like, you know, we aren't getting smacked down by villains because we enjoy it. Why do we have to concern ourselves with, like, how others feel about us? It's like, if you're all so intent on pleasing these guys, then just quit, because that's not why I'm here for. Like, I'm gonna prove to everybody and all that I'm gonna knock them dead. Like, even if it's with sound, in his own way, like, Bakugo is, like, saying, like, you know, no matter what, like, he's, like, because people think, it's like, I'm doing this to you. It's like, I'm doing the great. He's like, no, I'm just going to show everyone that, again, in his own way, that I'm fucking better than you. Like, no matter what. Like, he's like, he doesn't want the gratification. He doesn't want any of that shit. And it's like, no, I'm just going to show him up. And it's like, it was like a nice little thing between, like, Jiro and, like, especially Bakugo. If anything, it's like, it should, just the weird thing is like, oh, you, like, how she addressed it, come on, like, Bakugo and all that, I really need this and all that, like, you know, you'll be a good person. Bakugo's already done a lot of shit that you got, like, that you know, that made him a decent guy. I mean, I know he's still trying to come out of his shell a little bit with, like, with the group and all that, but he isn't there, like, fucking being evil. He's just just the way he comes across everything is just being a huge asshole. That's all it is. So, like, overall, I don't know, like, what else to say, like, apart from, yeah, like, the festival stuff as well is, like, like, for the most part, like, I guess, like, I'm still being more intrigued by the whole concept of this arc and more of, like, La Brava and, like, fucking Gentle, like these two chuckle fucks, but whether or not, like, I still don't think it's gonna surpass, like my favorite arc. I still don't think it's gonna pass, like, Stain. I still think Stain's, like, whole metaphor, like, and the whole meaning of that arc was, like, so fucking perfect. Like the right time as well. So it's like, generally, like, I don't know if it's going to do that, but the fact that it is addressing something which, you know, I'm using right now, like, social media, like, it's a very interesting thing. Like, I will not lie about that. Like, the concept of the arc is interesting. It's the execution and how, like, and the rest of it, how it goes down is the biggest question. So overall, I am gonna give this this arc the benefit of the doubt. I did like the Bakugo moments. I am liking La Brava. I am liking, like, Gentle so far, but I do want them to step it up because I'm not gonna lie that the pacing of these chapters have been quite slow, like, for quite a while right now, even before this arc started. So we're gonna have to wait and see how it's gonna turn out. But that is all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.